Hi, it's Adette Wellington again, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about thick dreadlocks. So, a lot of people say, "Ooh, your hair is so thick. How did you do that?" So, I wanted to show you just sort of piece by piece what type of base you need to have for a big, thick dreadlock and how you go about getting that. So, in my book, I talk about leaving your hair alone, and that is true. This happens on its own based on how much friction you have in your life. So when you sleep, this part and the back gets a lot of friction. So these dreadlocks are likely to be smaller, thinner. Okay? Even though I do have some pretty good sized ones. Look at that. Ooh. Okay? So check out this puppy. Look at that. So you have to just have that zen quality where you let your hair do what it wants to do. So at some point, this can get out of control. Every time you wash your hair is going to want to fuse together. So you will have to come along and separate your hair, but you must not overdo it. Okay? So once the dreadlocks have formed, all you're doing is just keeping them that same size. So, see this dreadlock here? It used to have another part of it. This could have very well, I don't remember, have been two dreadlocks that merged together. So at some point, if these merged together and then the hair just continued to grow, I would form the branched look like I have that we just saw back here somewhere. So that is why you separate, because when you don't, they fuse together and they get thicker. See that? Can you see that? Right? So that's basically the way it happens. So if I just fell asleep and woke up in, 10 years, this would probably be all meshed and formed together longer and just one big dreadlock with a lot of tendrils coming out of it. So that is the secret to thick dreadlocks, leaving them alone and letting it form naturally. I know. So let's take a little tour. See, I've got some really tiny ones back here. See? Tiny. And this is actually a dreadlock that's merged together, which is good because this might break off if it didn't get strength from its neighbor. Let's see what else we've got here. Some other pretty thin ones. For the most part, they have a basic size. I have 85 dreadlocks, just so you know. Taking a little hair tour here. So there's still some pretty thick ones in the back. Still pretty thick. All sorts of lengths. It's another split one. So you see this small one has joined on with this bigger one, and it's probably helped the small one not to break off. So we've got a thick dreadlock that was once two, now it is one. Okay? So that's how it goes. It's a beautiful experience. They change every year. So, I don't know. It's almost just like watching a tree grow. You have to be fascinated with the process. Don't be in a hurry. See, there's two. That is now one. I like the thicker look because one, your hair is stronger, can grow longer without breaking off. So, very strong hair. Very strong hair. I'm sure it's the strongest hair on the planet. I really am. Anyway, thanks for taking this journey with me to talk about thick dreadlocks. So, you can get the book, and I'm going to put the link in the description box, and you will see how I did this step by step. There really aren't any steps, but I'm going to be explaining exactly what your hair is going through. And you'll see all of my pictures starting with an afro to this. So, all right. Thank you guys. See you later.